Have we actually stepped in another dimension? Is Dragonsmaze a profitable set now? Welcome back to my channel. I am Mattcaster Mage, and I do make Magic the Gathering content every day. So if you're finding me out there in the YouTube verse, why don't you subscribe, like, and leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are on the set Dragonsmaze and if you think it's a profitable set long term. So I've been doing some investigating on eBay recently, trying to find the price points of booster boxes, especially in the era that I like the most. I guess the Pioneer era is where I played the most. Standard, like Return to Ravnica, Gatecrash, Khans Darkir, and then forward. So there was one set that was always kind of like the blunt end of every joke, and that was Dragonsmaze, because everyone knew that it was just such a poor set. Not only was it overprinted, like Return to Ravnica was, and Gatecrash, it just was such a poorly received set, although it was an okay set to play. But when it comes to the financial value of this set, it was almost non-existent. There was one card that was really good for a while, and it did push the set, and that was Voice of Resurgence. Now, that card ended up being reprinted later in Modern Masters 2017, and that tanked the value so much that it's never really been able to fully recover. And the fact that it was a mythic, and it was in a set that just didn't have a lot of high-value rares, high-value uncommons. When you're printing the best mythic in a set, you can expect that set to have a hard time recovering, especially if the set was already, poor for set EV values. Now, there is another card that actually has been going up recently quietly, and that's Master of Cruelties. It's a card that sees a lot of play in Commander right now, and it's actually overtaken the most valuable card in the set for Dragonsmaze currently on the market. Does that mean that the set has a good EV right now? No. EV is sitting around just under $10 for TCG Player Low, which is really, really bad. That's perhaps the worst EV in any booster box ever in Magic the Gathering. But that doesn't stop the boxes from going up. Right now, they're sitting at over $100, around $100 to $120 American, which is like 150 Canadian, 120 US, which seems like a really high price for Dragonsmaze. Because of the set EV, it's just so low. Now, obviously, as booster boxes get opened, there's just going to be a lot less sealed booster boxes on the market, and that's where you have to ask yourself, okay, well, maybe that is the reason why these boxes are actually selling for around 120 US. Maybe it's just because people are opening up these boxes, and there's just not a lot on the market right now. That would make sense if there was some form of reselling of the singles. If the set actually had a decent EV, people might actually, if they purchase the box for cheap enough, and then the EV actually rises up to at least an equivalent level for the mid to low, to actually crack open a box and maybe start selling a bit of singles and recouping some of that value. However, the set EV and versus its actual selling price right now for the sealed product, it just doesn't really add up. And this is one of those things where, of course, investing in sealed product over time is a pretty good investing move. It seems to be the best course to stay on. Reserveless cards are a great way to, have a storage of wealth, but sealed product seems to be the best. But does that mean that you should be out there trying to buy, Dragonsmaze booster boxes for 120 US each? No, I wouldn't suggest doing that. But I just thought that that was an interesting development, and I thought I'd share my thoughts with you guys because I just found this to be fascinating. What do you think? Do you think Dragonsmaze actually in the future is going to be worth a lot of money? As everything seems to be rising right now, even Dragonsmaze. So very, very weird world. It feels like we're stepping into another dimension right now where Magic, like everything Magic, is going up. Doesn't even really matter what it is. If it's sealed, it's going up right now. Crazy times. Let me know your comments down below. I do make videos Monday to Friday, market movers, but I also have Magic Gathering content on a daily basis. So please subscribe if you're new to the channel. And with that being said, I'm going to go research more on Dragonsmaze because I'm just blown away by this.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you enjoyed it that much, maybe you'd like to tip me. I have a PayPal link that you can send me tips if you enjoy these videos, and I can keep bringing them to you that way, and it could help my cardboard crack addiction. So please think about supporting the channel in that way. If not, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you again in the next video.